Okay, so here we have the body of the jacket and the lining again.
Yep. So these are our front facings here. This is the back lining. You can see this is the outer garment, so this is the front of the garment. This is our neckline, so our back neck into our front neck here. And all we're doing in this step is you've got the two notches there, and the notches are, like when the garment's finished, what's going to happen is that, like if this was around the right way, that's where the collar would get sewn in. So that point there is where, matches up with there, like I said, if it's the right way around. So we just have to close that point to create the actual lapel notch. So what I'm doing is I'm matching up this here, and I'm literally going to sew from here to here. And you can see before I press the seam allowance this way, so that's the way it wants to sit. So that seam, like it won't be right on the edge there. It actually it sits under, and and that falls into place. So I'm matching up that point, matching up the two notches, and I'm going to stitch right on that notch there. And again, when you back tack, make sure like you just do. I'm just doing like a one stitch back and forwards back tack, and then going to the edge here. Okay, so that's where my notch is, and then I've just stitched there, so it's open there. So that's on one side, and then I need to do the same on the other side. So matching up my notches there. And if you find that it's really hard to do just a one back tack stitch, just one at a time, remember you can change the speed on your machine, so you can slow the machine down so it's easier to handle and it won't get away on you. All right, now before we sew the collar in, we just need to do some work on these corners. So these, when we sew this together, like that will go into that corner. Oops, it goes into that corner that way. So that corner sews into that corner. But to be able to sew those together, we need to actually be able to open this corner up. So what we're going to do on each of these corners, on the facing and the outer garment, is just to put a stay stitch. Okay, so we need to stitch down here. And this stay stitch is just...
That's within the...
just in the corner. Well, it's actually right on the stitch line you can do it, because if you have matching thread you won't see this anyway. And the idea is that once you've done each of those corners, then you can clip into that corner, and that will actually allow you to open that up, but it won't go past that corner. Okay, so just to get it back in place again.